Hey everybody, it's me Stacey here at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com, saying hey, welcome to today's Saturday with Stacey YouTube class number 642. Hi everybody. Hello, it's good to see all of you. Thanks for being here today. Super fun class for you today. If you are joining for the first time, well, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. It is so appreciated. I hope you hang for a while because I have a lot to show and a lot to share today. And if you're one of our regulars, we'll say hello to the newbies. See, at 8 a.m. sunny California time, 10 a.m. Central, 11 a.m. Eastern, and 4 p.m. in the United Kingdom, that's the premiere of our Saturday with Stacey classes. And there's a live chat happening. So if you're on a desktop or a laptop, live chat might be over here. If you're on a phone or a different device, live chat might be below. But by gosh, say hey. And I am sure that there are SMS peeps on the live chat right now who will say hello, hello, right back to you. Now, I'm trying to do better to get into the live chat a little bit earlier. I am probably not on the live chat right now. And you're like, well, why? Well, because I tape this Friday night. And that way, so the class is pre-recorded, and that way I can live chat with you on Saturday. I am not talented enough to teach a class and watch for a live chat, watch the chat. And frankly, there's not even a computer. I'm looking over here and there's nothing there. I'm looking at an empty table. I don't have a computer hooked up to my video camera. We are old school. I have a little 2x2 screen. That's all I have to look at to tell me where I'm at and what's going on. I got to keep my eyes in good shape because that little 2x2 screen is all this girl's got. We are so old school. But okay, so I tape Friday nights, and usually I get home sometime between 12:30 and 2 o'clock in the morning. That's my norm. Then I get up at 6 a.m. So a couple hours sleep. I get up at 6 a.m. And what I'm doing right now while I'm talking to you is I'm making sure all the banners have been changed from last week to this week on our homepage, on our category page. I've taken out all of last week's product, put it back at the regular price because the sale only lasts for a week. I've turned on all this week's product to make sure it's there, sent out an email, posted on Facebook and Instagram. And when all of that is done, whew, that's when I get to chime in. So I'm trying to be faster and faster about it so I can get into the live chat earlier than I used to. I'm trying. That's got to count for something, right? So today is a fun class. It's a little bit of old, a little bit of new, a little bit of review, a little bit of I didn't know, and all of it is super affordable. Honestly, this class is wow on affordability. So if you are on a limited crafty budget, I promise you, even if you only get the brand new set of JEJEs for $10, you're going to be thrilled with them. Thrilled with them. When I show you all the different things you can do with it, and chances are you already have quite a bit of stuff in your crafty arsenal to do it with. Absolutely. And if you don't have exactly what I'm using, you'll have something close. You'll make it work. That's what we creative people do. That's what being a crafter is. Oh, I want to be able to do that. I don't quite have that, but let me see how I can make it work. That's what we do. So a little bit of old, a little bit of new, a little bit, nothing borrowed, but some blue. Well, I guess I could say some of it's borrowed. So before we get to today's class, because I do have a lot to show and share, and I always start at the beginning. So even the newest crafter feels like they can follow along, and then we get progressively more technique-y as we go along. But before I do that, we have winner, winner, chicken dinner to talk about. And we always have 3 winners every Saturday. One winner is from the short, the sneak peek short that I do Friday nights. I did it of my desk before it was cleaned up. I took a picture of my desk, my crafty space, before I made it all pretty for the class. Usually I show a picture of my crafty space and it's all nice and organized and ready for me to sit down and get to work. No, I showed you of what it looks like before I make it pretty and get organized to sit down and get to work. A messy space is a creative space, but then I clean it. And by the time this class is done, it's going to look like a tornado came through. So anyway, I have Winter Chicken Dinner. One of them is from that short, which you can always find on the Scrapbooking Made Simple YouTube channel. If you go to Scrapbooking Made Simple on YouTube, you'll see some tabs at the top. It says like videos and lives and shorts. You can click that shorts button and it'll come up. You'll see the newest short and you post your comment there. Or on the homepage of Scrapbooking Made Simple's YouTube channel, you can scroll down and look for the playlist that says Shorts by Stacey. It'll be the newest one posted. You can post your comment there, and all you have to do is tell me what you want to win. What did you see on my crafty space that would make you go wahoo ka-choo? Now, I don't know if I'm going to send that to you because I've already pulled what you're going to win. We do it ahead of time so we don't forget. But hey, free is free. So that's one way to win. The other way to win is if you post on this video. Literally this video. Look down, look around. There's some place that says post a comment. And as long as your comment is kind and is friendly and is acceptable for any age level to read, because I do have viewers that are as young as 3 and 4 and 5 years old, and while maybe the 3 and 4 year olds can't read, the 7 and 8 year olds can. So I have lots of young peeps who watch with grandma or with their mom or their dad, or yes, so keep the comments light and bright, because just imagine if it was your niece or nephew reading a comment, or your son or daughter, or your grandson or granddaughter reading a comment that is not necessarily appropriate. No, we don't want that. We're family friendly. We are the family friendly TV channel. YouTube channel. Yeah, YouTube channel. Okay, so if you post a comment on this video, you go into the running to be a winner chicken dinner of a $100 gift card. $200 gift cards every week. Okay, that's just free money. Why everybody just doesn't post hey or hello or hi, whatever, to have a chance to win $100? Who wants to give up a chance to win $100? And it's not like there's 10,000 comments. No, sometimes there's 100, 200, 300. That means your chance, your odds are pretty good when you look at it comparative to winning the lottery. Now, granted, $100 is not $500 million, but hey, you got to start somewhere. So I've got 3 winners to talk about. I'm going to announce them. I've already announced the winner from the short, from the sneak peek. I always do it in the sneak peek so that they can see from last night's sneak peek. She posted the week ago. So yes, I think that's right. Anyway, she already knows she's won, but I announce it again just in case. So assorted products from YouTube 641. That was Katie Suden Designs, Ecoline watercolor markers. That is in a way achievable by all crafters. Did you guys love those grayscale books? Amazing, and being discontinued. So I've ordered as many as I can get my hands on. I'm thinking that they're going to make them for me if I need more, but we'll see. Time will tell. So our winner from that, who received a nice little prize package, is Sylvia Fulkins. Hello, Sylvia. Congratulations. You're a winner chicken dinner here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. But you're not alone. The first winner of $100 is Randy Hetland. Is that right? Randy Hetland? I think that's right. Congratulations, Randy. Wahoo ka-choo for you. Well done. And our next winner is Janet Gilson. Hello, Janet Gilson. How you doing? Well done, you. Congratulations. Very happy for you. You have $100 in your online account right now. You and Randy right now can go spend that money any way that makes your heart happy. Are you taking a screenshot, Randy? Are you calling your friends? How about you, Janet, taking a screenshot, yelling for your spouse or your fur baby or your kids, or just looking for anybody around saying, hello, somebody come celebrate with me? we are going to celebrate with you. We are going to sit up in our chair and we are going to do our winner, winner, chicken dinner dance. Now, it's not hard. We just kind of snap our fingers and get into the group. I just got off the group. Snap our fingers, get into the groove. You're a winner, chicken dinner. You're a winner, chicken dinner. Wahoo, ka-choo, for you. Congratulations to the three of you. You have to do nothing to claim your prizes. Absolutely nothing. If you are a winner of that $100, it's in your online account. And if you are the winner, which was Sylvia, of the assortment of goodies, it's in a bag and it'll be on its way to you come next week. I hope you enjoy. All three of you, I hope you enjoy. Now today we've got some fun stuff going on. I have got JEJE Double Stick-Stickers from JEJE, a brand new set. I have got Crafters Workshop foils. I have got Pearl X by Jacquard. I have got Ecoline water brush markers. And again, this is it. This is the last week. I just finished my last In the Studio with Stacey class for January using the Ecolines. I'm using them in this class. Once this class is over, they go back to full price, which is $5.55. And right now they're $3.99. And the dual tip, the chisel and they only come in sets, the chisel and the bullet point, I want to say they're 50% off. They're a crazy deal. So if you've been thinking about Ecolines and you need to get some of the markers or you want some of the sets, once this YouTube is over, back to full price, and they'll be that way for a while, I think, because I've been using them quite a bit and giving you all sorts of ideas on what you can do with them, because they are not a one-trick pony, nor are the JEJE stickers I'm going to show you. So I think I'm going to tilt down. I think I'm going to get started for today. I want to point out my newest addition. I don't know if you can see that, but hey, Joe, I got them. I put them up. They look cute, right? A customer made those for me, and those are swatch cards of my inks up there. And he did such an amazing job. I thought that I would just, they look so pretty. I thought I would just display them on my board. I suppose I could, you know, I get cards every now and then. I should pull them out and put them up on the, you know, change things out every now and then and put some of some of the things that I get from you up on the display. So it's quiet now. There's nobody here. The store is obviously closed. It's late. But I only have a wall. I'm in this big room with everybody else. Everybody works around me. And when I'm filming during the day, you can hear them literally like pulling orders or walking around or sneezing. I have no private space at all, but I love being in the middle of everything. I just kind of took a wall and said, okay, everybody, I'm taking this 10 feet of space and it's mine. All right, I'm going to get started for today. I've got some samples to show you. We're going to have a great time. I hope you hang for the whole class because there's something here for absolutely everybody, and affordability is happening here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. If you are on a limited crafty budget, you're going to make magic with some of the things that I have for you. And they start as low as, it's under $3. The main focus item is $9.99. So let's tilt down and let me get started. I'm going to show you some of the products first, and then we're going to dive right into class. This product is available at Scrapbooking Made Simple, scrapbookingmadesimple.com. You can come visit us in our retail store. Yes, we have a retail store. Honestly, we do. Or you can shop online. Now, some of the product today is exclusive to us, like this card. Isn't this the cutest thing you've ever seen? These are by Paper Favorites, and I'm not sure I'm supposed to be showing them to you yet. I couldn't get in touch with them because they are in Denmark, and so I thought, well, better ask forgiveness than permission. I've got some of the JEJE product here. So pretty. Love that. I have got part of the Paper Favorites there, but then we change it up. And look at how beautiful is this. Again, Paper Favorites. Here we've got the JEJE here and the JEJE here. So pretty. And on that first one, the the JEJE product with all the little butterflies and the corners at the bottom. So just a few samples to give you an idea of what we're going to be working on. Let me put those back away. And let's start with what I'm probably not supposed to be showing you yet, but gosh, I tried to call them. Well, I tried to email them. I didn't call. I don't call Denmark, not on a regular basis. I'll Zoom with them, but I did not call. So I've got two different, I've got 4 bundles. Let's go in order. Okay. Okay, so I've got 4 different bundles. 2 of the bundles are A6 size paper, and 2 of the bundles are 6x6. So the bundle number 1 has 3 different packs of paper. They're all by Paper Favorites. This is brand new paper. Nobody's seen it before. We couldn't even get images of it because it's not on their site yet. That's when I know, oh, I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing this, but oh, it's so pretty. So there is 8 different designs. You get 3 of each. Beautiful, right? Or it's available open stock. So that's number 1. Then in the same I Want It All bundle, right? Their paper is magical. It's so beautiful. We find the prettiest papers internationally. Not that domestic doesn't do a great job, but I want to bring you things you can't find just anywhere. Claire loved this. Claire's from the UK. So that's number 2. And then the last one, now again, all of these are open stock, so you don't have to buy the bundle. And I think they're $5.99 open stock. But if you buy the bundle, you're gonna get a pretty substantial savings. Lovely, right? I mean, just stunning. So 24 in each. So almost 75 sheets of A6 paper. And the bundle price is $14.38. Yeah, $14.38 versus $18. So if you want all 3 of them, that's your bang for your buck right there. But then we have the exact same paper. I'm going to do it that way. Then we have the exact same paper, which is bundle number 3 in 6x6. And the images are just a little bit bigger. Not bigger, I mean, you get more of an image. So let me see if I can find that one in here. Okay, so those 2 same image. So a little bit bigger and a little bit more of the image. Beautiful, right? So whether you like the A6 or you prefer the 6x6, I leave it entirely up to you. Wow. So there's the butterflies. There's the they're calling it grunge floral. I just think it's pretty. They're just beautiful. All the images, the peonies are gorgeous. So you just have to decide what size you prefer better. 6x6 or A6, and then also with the teacups and saucers. And that bundle in an I Want It All is regularly $23.97, so they must retail for $7.99 and on sale for $19.18 if you want the 6x6. Then the next set of bundles, completely different. A6 size, absolutely, totally different. This one is Easter Friends. And it doesn't get much more stinking cute than these. I mean, oh my gosh. And yes, they come in 6x6 and in the A6 like I'm showing you. Are they darling? Can't you just eat them up? Oh my gosh, which is why I'm not sure that they're supposed to be out yet. Shh. And again, the bundle's the same price because it's the A6. So $17.97 for $14.38. But let me show you the other. There's two more because each one has three different packs. This is called Vintage Easter. I know, right? Wait. Oh my gosh. They are darling. Darling. Vintage Easter is fabulous. I think we all might have had that at one point in our lives. So, available in the 6x6 or the A6. And then the last one in this set is called Easter Cuties. And the first one was called Easter Friends. So Easter Friends versus Easter Cuties. But if you get the I Want It All, then you get them all. And again, I mean really, so cute. Love them. Whether you do them in the A6 size, so the A6 size is 1, 2, 3. This is what makes up the bundle for your $14.38. And then we have it also in the 6x6 size. I don't know how to choose which one you love the most because they're all simply darling. And you are going to get them in ample time for Easter. Right? So whether you like the Easter Cuties or the Easter Friends, and yes, they're open stock. You certainly do not have to get them in the I Want It All bundle. You can just pick. The owl is so cute. You can just pick the ones that make your heart happy. Oh! And I'm usually not such a big cutesy, but these are like grown-up cutesy. They're like darling. These are great for girls, for guys, for boys, for husbands, for grandpas, for grandmas. These are perfect for everybody. Little ones are gonna love them. And then the last one is our Vintage Easter. I love Paper Favorites. I love their paper. I love everything about it. I love that we're probably doing this as a global launch. Surprise! And they're just sweet. They're just absolutely sweet. And then whether you like this 6x6 bundle or the other that had the flowers and the saucers and teacups and the butterflies, I leave it up to you. The 6x6 bundle is $23.97 down to $19.18. And the A6 bundles are $17.97 down to $14.38. I leave it to you to tell me which ones you like. I don't know that I'm going to do anything with these because we're going to play with technique today, but I wanted you to see them. Get those all over there. I also want you to see the JEJE. So those paper favorites are exclusive to us. You can't get them anywhere else. Same with the JEJE Double Stick-Stickers. Now I have a new set for you that is called Flowers and Butterflies. This is the first time we're ever showing it. It would retail for more than $19.99, but we put it out for $19.99. Your price is $9.99. And there are 10 sheets of double stick stickers in here. We also have the borders and corners, which we have done before. And we have the, I got them upside down. Let's see, can I get it off? Nope. So we've got the double stick, the borders only for $9.99. So 2 that are older. But of course, if you've used them or you need more, I've got them back for you. And 1 set that is new. And these are double stick stickers. So what do double stick stickers do? That's what we're going to talk about today. Normally, we use them when we are, let me open these up because we're going to play with them. Normally, we use them when we're using a microfine glitter. And we peel off the top layer to expose the sticky. So the borders have 5 straight line borders. I'm not sure if I can get a glare on that. 5 straight line borders in different widths. And then 5, is it 5? Yeah. 5 kind of scallopy borders. There's tons of borders on here. I mean, literally tons. So they're not a vinyl sticker because they're a double stick sticker. But what you do with them is pretty amazing. So that's our borders. This is our borders and corners where you get 10 different sheets. Again, we've had this before, but we brought them back. So there are corners all over here, and then a sheet of borders, and then a sheet of borders, and then a beautiful sheet of corners for you, and borders and corners. So just a really useful pack. 10 sheets, $9.99. That's a crazy price for double stick stickers. And then the new one today is our flowers and butterflies. We've got a sheet of leaves, and we've got a sheet of flower bouquets, and we've got big, beautiful flowers. Look at how pretty is that. And we've got butterflies and vines and borders and dragonflies and really focal point. This has 2 florals on it, big focal points. Same here, big focal points. Love this. This has got roses on it. And pretty, pretty backgrounds. And then another floral. So these are from JEJE. JEJE is out of the Netherlands. They do vinyl peel-off stickers and double stick stickers. These were manufactured exclusively for us because I went asking for them. And I'm going to show you a couple different ways of using them. Now, we've done them before, and before we used the Crafters Workshop foil sheets. Yes, we have an I Want It All. It's $97.37, but if you get them all, it's $77.90, or you can buy it open stock. We have 13 different colors. 13 different colors of the foil. And you get 12 sheets of foil. Do you have to use this foil? No. If you have got Couture Creations foil left over, or if you've got Spellbinders foil, absolutely, it's going to work the same. They have some beautiful matted colors. The dune in a matted gold is lovely. The ocean mist is beautiful. It's a matte color. Lovely. So we've done these before, but I'm going to start here because I think people who haven't ever seen it before need to understand what it is we're working on. So I'm going to do a foil. I'm going to do a foil from each of our sets, and that way you can see how it's done. After that, we're going to move into Pearlex. Pearlex is a jacquard product. It is a fine art mica, and I spent, because we're moving into, in the studio with Stacey, we're moving into something that has a lot of mica in it from jacquard. I spent 2.5 hours having a class with Asher from Jacquard about micas and things of that nature. So this is a fine art grade mica. It is as light fast as you can get. It's one of the most light fast products there are. It is 100% pigment. It is beautiful. So we're going to be playing with that. And when we're done with the colors, then we're going to talk about pearl micro, and pearl macro. And we're going to be playing with those, and we're going to be bringing in our Ecoline watercolor markers, our brush tip markers. So we've got several places to go and several things to do. So I'm going to get started, and we're just going to make a day of it. Now, double stick stickers, what are they? Well, they're just that. If you take back the liner, normally a sticker you just pull up and there is no liner to pull back on. But with a double stick sticker, you have a sticker that is sticky on the top and sticky on the bottom. So when I peel this off, it's sticky on the top and it's sticky on the bottom, which means you need to keep that liner in place until you do something with it. And most often, you're not necessarily going to use the whole sheet at one time. I've got corners here, and maybe I just choose to use these 4 corners. So I'm going to start, let's see which one I've pulled it from. So this is from the Corners and Borders set. I'm just going to start with this, and I am going to use some of my Crafters Workshop foils. Again, there's 12 sheets in here. That's pretty. That's pretty. I love these too. Okay, I just need to pick one. I'm going to eventually probably just end up opening all of them. Gosh, this is eggplant. That's pretty. Let's do that one. Now, when you open this up, you're going to want to pull the little tab to open it. And then you're going to want to take that, because it's got sticky right here, you're going to want to take that and fold it in onto itself. Come on. There. That way, when I pull a sheet out, it doesn't stick on the sticky. Now, the only other way to avoid that is just to take all the sheets out and put them in their own little tub. But I don't want a sheet stuck to the sticky when I pull it out. because if I leave this like this, just like we would normally open it, and I go to pull a sheet out and it hits that, it's gonna stick. And it's gonna get little crinkles in it. And I wanna try to avoid that. So best way to avoid that is just to fold that little piece over onto itself. And then when I'm all done, I can unfold it to close it. But I wanna do that to make sure that I don't get this little kind of wrinkly, crinkly. All right, so I've got my stickers and I pull off my liner. Now I have to do something with it. The minute I take that liner off, if I don't put that liner back on, I've got to do something with it because look at how it's sticking to me. So I take my foil, turn it over, silver side facing you. If you can see the pretty side, stop. Silver side facing you. If you're about to put your sticker on top of the pretty side, stop. Silver side, yucky side, dull, yuck, ick side. And I lay my sticker right down on top. Now you want to leave a little bit of room so you can cut it out. And I've got it down, and you can see if I give a press, you can start to see the image of the design coming through. Now this is whether you're a newbie crafter or you've been crafting for a while. A newbie crafter is going to take their hand and they're going to go in and they're going to give it a good burnish, a really good burnish. Somebody who's been crafting for a little while may own a die cutting machine. You could take a piece of paper if you don't want to do it with your fingers. You could take a piece of paper, put a piece of paper right over the top and take a brayer. If you would prefer to do that versus your fingers, you can absolutely do that. Or you can grab your die cutting machine. I've got my solo shim, my base shim, my solo shim. These come with your machines. I've got a cut plate. This used to be crystal clear. It is no longer because I've used it. And I've got a do not cut plate. Now my do not cut plate hasn't been cut into. However, it's got some embossing from pressure and I don't want to transfer that onto my image. So I'm going to put my image down face up. I'm just going to put a piece of paper. See, even from running it through, I'm going to put a piece of paper. I think I'm going to get a new one. Just a flat piece of paper over the top. If you have a brand new cut plate, that's going to work great. Then you don't need the paper, and I'm just going to send it on through. And it's going to be the easiest roll you've ever done. You're like, is it even doing anything? All I needed to do is add a little bit of pressure. Same thing a brayer would do if you wanted. Pull my foil off. And what I'm looking for is a nice, clean, clear, all that foil has been pretty much pulled off. And now, a little bit of spit on the back or a little bit of moisture lets you put them down and reposition them before they become permanent. Just lets you work with them a little bit easier. And just like that, I made 4 corners. That are foiled in purple. And I still have this much of my sheet left. Now you get 10 sheets in each pack. That's a lot. That's a lot. You know what? I bet this would, you know, if I were to pick one, let's just see. Oh, all right, let's just do this one. That one's cute too, though. Let's do the bunny. I said I wasn't going to use them, and now I'm using them. So let's just grab some others. Yep, let's try these. Cut it off, because I've got 4 corners right there. So each sheet, there's another 4 corners, there's another 4 corners, there's another 4 corners, and same here. There's 4 corners here, there's 4 corners there, there's 4 corners here. You get a ton in these packs. And again, last time we did it with just with glitter over the top. Just open them up and put glitter down and burnish it in, and it's wonderful. So do we want to keep with the purple, or do I want to move to maybe the pretty blue? Seafoam? Sure, why not? I think I'm going to keep the foil that I have open. How can I keep it where I can just grab it? Right there? Okay, let's keep it there. That way if I want to use that color again. So I'm going to open it. Fold my little sticky line over the top. That way I can pull out a sheet without it sticking. And then when I want to close it, I just undo it and close it up. I'm going to trim off a little off the side because I don't need, this is just sticky and I don't want to use the foil for it, although you could save this and do something with it. Turn my foil upside down because I want the gray side facing me. Pull off my liner. Lay it down. Cut it out, and you do want your foil slightly bigger because if you're going to roll it through a big shot machine or use a brayer, anything like that, or put paper over the top of it, you don't want that paper to stick if you have a little bit of your sticky exposed from the outside of the sticker, from the border. So down, down, send it on through. It doesn't really need to come back, but since I have to roll it back or take it out and bring it over anyway. Bam. There we go. Bam. And bring over my darling little bunny. A little bit of moisture or spit on the back. And look at how easy and fast is that. And of course, you're only limited by the color foil that you have. And again, if you have Couture Creations foil or Spellbinders foil, Deco Arts foil may work, but for sure, the Crafter's Workshop. And then you mat this, add a sentiment, and poof, you're done. How cute is that, right? Poof. So let's do something with a border with foil. Which one do I want to play with? I think I'll play with this one. And I've got a border here, a border there, a border here, a border there, and then matching corners here. So I am going to cut out one of my borders. And then I don't know, what do we got here? Well, this one might be a little thick, but we're going to try it. So let's see, how much do I need? Maybe I go down the side? And I might save this for something else. And what color do we want to use? How about the dune? That might be pretty. Very soft. grab 2 sheets. But because it's not going to stick, I can put it back. Oh, try to put it back when you've got that sticky strip from the baggie tugging at you. Look at that, I can put that right back. Happy day for me. And I'm going to expose I'm going to turn it around so I see the yucky gray side facing me. I'm going to cut off the bottom because I don't want this to stick to my paper or my cutting plate. And trim this out and we'll send it on through. And again, you can do it with your finger, you can do it with a brayer, you can do it with a Big Shot machine or a Sidekick machine or a Gemini machine or a Scalp machine, or what machine do you have? You just are trying to get pressure. Pressure is all you're going for. And since doing it with your finger, you're never going to get the same pressure. Using a brayer or your machine is going to be a little bit easier. Oh, it pulled on that side. Maybe I do need to go back. It is pulling my sticker with it. Now, why is it pulling my sticker with it? That's not what I'm looking for. I probably should have done one side at a time. See, it pulled that side. I wonder. I'm wondering if I should have done one side at a time. See, it wants to. No, I should have done one side at a time. All right, good to know. Wider borders, do one side at a time. Good to know. The matte finish is pretty, but that didn't pull as well as it should have. But it looks beautiful with that matte. But that, and then I have this piece to work with that I could do on something else. So I have that as a leftover piece. I'm going to try that again. Oh, and I did not get that straight. Maybe I do it over here. Oh, I think that's better. Over on that side. I'm going to do it again. And see what we get. Huh. I'm not going to worry about it. Just go pull. So cut. And cut. And then maybe down the center, instead of doing 2, I'm going to do 1. And see if it's any better. And let's grab, that's a pretty green. Flip, flip, flip before you pull, Stacey. Flip, flip, flip. Did I get it stuck? No. Yay. Okay, pull, pull, pull. So this time I've only got one side. Let's see if that makes a difference. Icky side facing me. Put it down. Cut off the little extra, which is, there's no design there anyway, so I'm okay with it. And let's send it on through. I wonder if it had anything to do with it being a matte finish, if that changed it. I'm gonna come back this time just to be on the safe side. And look at that. I wonder, oh, look at that. That's so beautiful. I don't think I have anything that color to match, but it's certainly beautiful. That's so beautiful. All foiled. All right, I feel better. But let's do something in the new set. Ooh. I'm gonna do some dragonflies. And maybe a floral. And let's just use we'll use gold for the floral. And do we want to use pink lemonade or watermelon for the dragonfly? How about watermelon? So these are out of the new set, the florals and butterflies. So I'm going to cut a couple dragonflies. Still have a whole rest of my sheet here to play with. Take out my watermelon. Do these next. Turn it over. Expose my sticky. Cut it off and let's send it on through and see what we get. Where might I like a dragonfly if I was going to put one down? Well, let's see what we've got once it's out. So my paper, and again, if my plate is really clean, I don't need to have a paper cover it. Front, back, out, peel, took my little ones with me. So where do I want to put those little ones? Let's just grab something with some pink on it. That one's pretty. So my little dragonflies stayed behind on my sheet. Now I've got my little foiled dragonflies on there. I've got my big dragonflies. Remember, it's just a sticker. And there are my big foiled dragonflies. I think it might be because of the matte finish of the foil that it doesn't pull as easy as the more mirror finish. And then I've got these little guys. And just a little decoration and some foil, just to make it pop a little bit. But the big dragonflies came out beautiful. Let's do one of the flowers out of the foil, and then we're going to move on to our Pearlex. So I've got 6 of these florals. I'm going to cut one out. And pull out one sheet of my gold, flip it over, expose my sticky, lay it down, cut around, and then send it on through. Peel back. And wow. Right? That's a wow. And I have a couple little gold butterflies on here. Tiny little ones. That I can add to there and just make it cute. All right, I am going to try that because it's me and because I am going to try that Dune, that matte one again and see what we get. So I'm trying it with the floral one I just did. And maybe there's a different property to the matte. Or maybe it was me. And let's run it through. So my videos aren't edited or scripted or dubbed over. I don't cut out the parts that don't work the best. This is a class. And sometimes things don't go exactly as planned, but you know, we're all learning together. I think it might be, yeah, I think it's this, it's the foil. I think the property on the matte is different. And I think it struggles with the sticker. Can I get it? Yeah. Yeah, I sure can. Is it pretty? It sure is. You just have to know it's going to be a little bit more work to do it. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just a little bit more work to do it. So the matte finish versus the mirror finish. Doable. Practice. Definitely practice. All right, it's good to show you. It's good to show it all to you. I think that's the fair thing to do, is to show you all of it and then let you make a decision. Now we're going to go from the beautiful foils to some Pearlex. Now Pearlex is a Jacquard product. Jacquard is a fine art company. These are a fine art mica. There is 0 binder in them, so today, the way we're going to be using it, I don't need any binder because we're putting it on a sticky sheet. We're putting it on a sticker. It is beautiful. It is metallic. It is pearlescent. It is absolutely yummy. And it is also easy to use. So here, we had that other border that I cut in half. Let's take and... this is, oh, they make it hard for me to read the names. This one is JXPU663, but I can't read the name on it. This one, oh, how about Super Bronze? I can read that. Super Bronze or Super Russet. Okay, I can read those names. And how does this work? Well, it's a powder. And you can get it wet to paint with it. You would have to add a little bit of gum arabic to it, which is another powder. And you just take a little bit of this and put it down and put a little bit of gum arabic. You mix them together, get it wet, and you make a paint. We are working straight on a sticker. And let me tell you, the reason why there's no binder in this is 100% pigment. If you were working with something like a Perfect Pearl, which is a similar type product from the paper crafting world, you would get a jar similar in size, and it would be pre-cut with the binder. So you would be getting some pigment and some binder. That way you don't need to add the binder in. But again, the binder is just like this. It's sold in a little jar with Pearl-Ex, they give you 100% pigment, and that way you are getting more for your money. No binder cut in. It takes such a little bit of gum arabic to add to it. But with a traditional paper crafting product, we don't work with gum arabic, so they mix the binder in, and there's nothing wrong with it. The difference is the amount of pigment product you are getting. I would rather mix my own little bit of gum arabic in. And again, we sell it in jars, and it's easy to do. And you don't mix it into the whole jar. You take a little bit out and a little bit of gum arabic and you mix them together and you're good to go. I would rather have 100% pigment than something pre-cut. I want to do it myself. I want to determine how much I want to use, and I want the full strength of that pigment. It is light fast. It is beautiful product, and the way to use it is super easy. So we expose our sticky, and because we're on a sticker, we don't need to use gum arabic. We don't need to use anything that's going to stick right down. It's going to be 100% pigment right down on it. And I just brush it on. Less is more. You can always add more, but putting it back in the jar is hard to do. So start with less, and you use, such a little bit that these jars are going to last you a long, long, long time. And they're inexpensive. When they're on sale, I think they're under $3 a jar. Give it a burnish. Aha, look at that. And then pull. And now you've got a beautiful metallic border. And the border they come in all kinds of widths and shapes. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20, about 23 borders on it. So a little bit bigger, medium, and small. So why don't I just cut this? I want to get the... So I'm just going to cut into it, and I know I'm going to lose one. I know I'm going to lose a couple of them, but you get so many that I'm okay with it. And I'm not doing the whole thing, just so, because I'm going to run out of room. So here's my large. And let's take what I think is, I think this is solar gold. So this is solar gold. So less is more. And when I think I've got enough, I give it a nice little burnish. If I still feel some sticky, I can put a little bit more. So this is the large border of this pattern. And I have 2 of them there. But there's one in the solar gold. Now, oh, I wonder if that was the medium. No, this looks like the medium. Let's do the medium, and let's do the medium in a different color. Let's do the medium in the russet. This is super russet. That's all I'm going to need. Give it a burnish. And now I have the medium size. I still have more on either side. But now I have the medium size. And then the last one, and I could even use the piece in between the 2 for something else. I have the piece in between that I can use. But let's do the small one, and I have the piece on this one. So let me see if I can get that middle piece. There. Let me straighten this one out. And this is just from one of the borders, and there were 23, at least 23 lines for me to work with. And then I have the smallest one. And let's do that in the bronze. Or the Aztec gold. Let's see the difference between the Aztec gold. I did the solar gold first. And now the Aztec gold, which looks like it's a little bit redder. That's all I'm going to need. So if you want to make your own metallic borders, your own metallic corners, double stick stickers is the way to go, because you get to decide what they are. They're not pre-done for you. This is so narrow. There's the smallest one. And then the smallest in between piece. And I still have a whole nother border on there. So these 6 all came off the same border sheet, and I still have this much to use. Let's do one out of the floral, or should we do some corners? I'm gonna run out of room on here. I've got these corners. Let's just do some corners, and then let's do a floral, and then we're gonna move on. So baby wipe, there we go. No fuss, no muss. It's not all over my hands. It doesn't make a mess. I'm gonna save those for something else. I've got my borders here. And I am gonna try and use this brown. I don't know what color it is. I can tell you that it is JPXL663. I just can't read the color. Oh, maybe it's a gray. Maybe this is a pewter. Oh, it's a pewter. Okay. Oh. Oh, that's pretty. It's kind of a champagne-y. It's not silver silver. Wow, that's a beautiful color. In the jar, it looks almost brown. And since I can't read what color it is, that would have told me right away. But let's put these down. And just like that, you're creating your own metallic corners, borders, embellishments. We did it with the foil. We're using the Pearl-X. But we need to move on. Okay, I want to do one with look at that. Look at all of this. You have options. You have tons and tons of options. I think I can get these up. Ooh, Stacey, Stacey, Stacey. I just know I'm gonna need more room. Ooh. gentle. They haven't stuck all the way down yet. Oh. Just trying to buy myself a little more room. All right, I bought myself a little more real estate. Let's take something from the floral and butterflies because they're new. How about one of these? And let's do this in the solar gold. So this is one of the new designs, one of the sheets that come in the flowers and butterflies. So a little goes a long way. I'm not putting too much on my brush because I can always go back and get a little bit more, but putting it back in the pot is a little more challenging. And let's see, that was a lot. Well, that will definitely finish it out. I won't need any more than that. All right, and let's burnish it. So you can burnish it this way, you can burnish it like this, and I'm not rubbing like rub, 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 rub. I'm just giving a nice gentle rub, but I'm not so soft either. You just want to make sure that the powder is stuck down to the adhesive. And again, it is not all over. It does not make a huge mess. And look at how pretty is that? All metallic and shiny and yummy. So it depends. The foil gives you that foiled look. The Pearl X gives you this beautiful metallic, subtle yummy look. It just depends upon what you are going for. But, oh, and then we have this little piece here. That we can pull out. That little one is stuck to it. Come on. I don't think I'm going to unstick it. And I've got a little flower here that I can pull off. So lovely. You have options. You absolutely have options. But now we want to change it up. We want to change it up. And this is where we haven't done this before. And I'm going to be playing with the new set. So it has the dragonflies. It has several little floral bouquets. It has the one we just did. Beautiful leaves. Beautiful focal points. So I might use this one and this one and this one. Let's start with those. So this is where we come in, and instead of using a color like we've been using, we're going to instead play with, we were using color. Didn't use the blues, but I did use the metallics. And there's like 54 colors of these. We were using those. Now we're going to come in and play with the pearls. So, how do I explain this? All of these are exactly the same. They're all exactly pearl white, all of them. What makes them different from each other is the grind of the mica. So I have a micro being, super, super, super tiny. Microfine, super tiny. I have a pearl, which would be the pearl just normal. It's the same grind as you will find in all of the other Pearl-X. And then I have the macro, which means that it is chunkier. The grind is bigger. Each little particle is a little bit bigger than the pearl, and the pearl's particle is a little bit bigger than the micro. I think the easiest way, and I'm hoping that my camera can catch this, is to put them side by side. This is the micro, and it is almost like dust. This is the macro, and each little grain of mica is a little bit bigger. So very fine, really fine, like the finest flour you could cook with, versus something a little bit more textured. And in the middle is the standard pearl. So this is a combination. It's not as finely ground as this one, but it's not quite as chunky as that one. And when I say chunky, you will never be able to feel the granular bits at all. What makes them different is the finished look. The micro gives you this very, very pearlescent look, a very soft pearlescent look. The pearl gives you a little bit more shine. Still a pearlescent look, but a little bit more shine. And the macro gives you a little bit of sparkle along with the pearlescent look. It just depends upon what look you like the best. All three of them are amazing. You can't go wrong with any of them, and you will use them, and they will last a very long time. So maybe we'll start with the macro. Start with the biggest and let's see what we get. So I've got my roses here. This is a sheet of beautiful roses. And I'm gonna cut one out. Actually, I'm just gonna cut across and I'm gonna do 2 of them. Cut straight across. And I'm gonna do 2 of them. And maybe when we're done, you might not be able to tell the difference. It's possible. So I'm gonna expose my sticky. I just trim off because I don't wanna put my Pearl-Ex where I don't really need it. I'm gonna peel off and expose my sticky. And I've got my Pearl-Ex macro. And I'm gonna put it down. Okay, that feels like I've got enough there. Maybe a little bit more right on that edge. Burnish. And you know what? I'm gonna write macro on the back of this one. And then I'm gonna do this one in the micro and see if we see a difference. You may not. I know I tend to see a little bit more shine. So I don't know if I tend to see a little bit more shine on the macro, but let's do it with the micro and let's see what we get. And we can do apples to apples. And I'm dusting it on. Probably have more than I need. Then I'm going to burnish. I'm going to write on the back of this one. Micro. And then we'll wipe up. Burnish this one. So I can immediately tell the difference. I don't know if you can tell the difference through my camera. This one, the macro has got more shine versus just a straight pearlescent look to it. This is the micro fine, and it's got a beautiful sheen to it. Beautiful sheen, but more subtle than what I've got here. This is brighter. And in the middle of both of these is the pearl. So now let's do something with them. I don't want to just leave them white. I mean, I want to make them into more than what they were. And this is where my Ecoline markers come into play. Gosh, I wish I had my I wish I might have my gel plate tonight. Because then I can just lay them down and they'll just stay. I love that. They don't move. I love that. Okay, so I've got my macro and my micro, and I can see the difference. I don't know if you can see the difference. But as I get a reflection off of them, one is definitely brighter. Now, I've got my Ecoline watercolor markers. And actually I don't even need this. I just need a little piece of paper. That'll do, just to clean my markers off. And I'm going to start with a yellow. And I'm going to go in and I'm going to scribble some of my yellow right on top of my floral. And then I'm going to go in and I'm going to scribble. And then I might smudge a little bit. And then my red. And then if I want more yellow, and then I clean my marker off, and I can darken up my colors. And then I can come in with my green and just color right over the tops of my leaves. And I'm just using my Ecoline brush tip watercolor marker. And then I can come in maybe with a little bit of my brown. I'm hoping you can see this. A little bit of my brown and a little smudge. And I'm just scribbling. And maybe a little bit more of my green over the top. And then maybe a yellow flower here. And because I've put that layer of Pearl-Ex down, I can color right over the top. Right over the top. And a little red. And a little red. I just kind of hit it with my finger just to smudge it just a little bit. And we'll do a little yellow here. And because it's so super smooth, it's not going to hurt my nibs at all. That Pearl-Ex is so super smooth. All right, I did 2. Super fast. Kind of look like a hot mess. Kind of like, I don't think so, Stacey. Oh, well, okay, let's give it a chance. How do we feel about that? You've got a pearlescent underneath coming through, and this was with the macro coming straight through that color. And once that color is down, that color is down. It's not moving anywhere. Look at it, looks a little blendy. And then we've got it in this one. How easy was that to do? Double stick stickers are amazing. So I can tell when I move it that this one's got a little bit more pep, a little bit more shine, and this one's a little bit more smooth with the pearlescent. It just depends upon which one you like the best. But how easy was that? Let's do it again. So let's play with this one. So I'm going to cut it out. This one has got borders on it. It's got florals on it. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got corners on it. I think I can separate it there. I've got butterflies, I've got borders, I've got beautiful things on this one. Maybe we just use this one. This one's fabulous. And for this one, why don't we take and use the pearl just the pearl. See, I like it. My jars don't move. I'll have a very hard time spilling this. It wipes right off my gel plate, but I don't even have to hold my image down. My gel plate's holding it down. So you can use your gel plate for so much more. Look at that. It doesn't even move until I move it. I like it. I've got this beautiful shimmer to it. I'm going to give it a burnish. I can wipe off my gel plate if I want, or I can wait till I'm all done. And then I can go in and I can color. And I'm just following the lines of the flower. And then scribble off. Just following the lines of my flower. And now all the little scrollies and curly cues. Okay, you think we're ready? Give it a second to dry because we're using a water-based product on what is now non-porous. And yet, because it is a powder, the ink will seep in and dry. Kind of looks like a hot mess. Let's see what we get when we pull it. A little bit of moisture on the back, just so I can move it around easy. How cute is this? And how easy was that? Then you can go in and color if you want. You could go in with your liquid watercolor, your brush tip markers, and color. Super easy. And then you have the negative. Now what you do with the negative, I leave that to you, but you do have the negative. And then we have this one. They're so easy and they're so lovely. And another way to use your Pearl-Ex, another way to use your Ecoline markers, another way to use your double stick stickers, another way to use your foils. I'm going to go in with macro. I just need to feel where I don't have any and then pick up a little and drop it there. Yeah, that feels good. So now I've covered it in a pearlescent. I like that I can't spill it. That makes my heart happy. And now let's go in and color. Do I want pink? Do I want the blue? I think I'm going to let that dry for a few minutes and come in and color those. and color my leaves, or at least what I think are leaves. It's all going to kind of mesh together. And maybe a little bit of brown, my leaves, just to add some depth to them. All right. Kind of looks like a hot mess, but you can see that pearlescent underneath. Give it a second to dry. Let's see what we've done. These are easy, super easy. And until you expose the sticky, they stay good. And you know what? I wanted to see this one more time. Nope, that's not it. This one. No, where did I put it? I wanted to, not that one. Oh, here. I wanted to see this one more time. I want to see these. Okay, but I want to do this one. So let's expose this one. And now, I don't know, do I want to use just the pearl? No, well, the pearl's okay. I like the pearl in the macro the best because I like it a little bit more, with a little bit more of a sheen to it. The micro is going to give you less sheen, definitely more just pearlescent. You may have Pearlex. You may have Perfect Pearl. Can you do this with Perfect Pearl? Yes, of course you can. absolutely this will work with Perfect Pearl. It's been around forever. It's a great product. It's just not a fine art product. And fine art is always going to give you a better result because you're starting with better quality product. I'm going to just scribble, scribble, scribble. This is my kind of crafting. Scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm good at scribble, scribble, scribble. I have no idea what we're going to get, but I'm just blending colors like crazy. All right, should we see what we get? I just went to town, man. But you can still see that pearlescent coming through. I just absolutely went to town. Right? Crazy how easy this is. And the look you get from it is stunning. Using either pearl, micro, or macro to add to start as your base and then come in with your color. And you want to use a transparent color, which is why I'm using the Ecoline. If I came in with an opaque marker, then I would not have that translucency and I would lose the pearlescent to it because an opaque marker would go straight over the top and just color it. And I'm not looking for that. I'm looking to keep that luminosity going. So good. So good. I mean, I love them all. I do. We've done these before where we've used the foils right over the top. We've done it where we've used the Pearlex right over the top, just solid colors. These are all beautiful. But we've never done it where we have used the Pearlex Pearl as our base and then came over the top with color. I like these little ones. They're so cute. And I like this little half butterfly. All right, so we're gonna finish up because we did a lot today. We started at the beginning and kept it super simple by just taking our Crafters Workshop foil right over the top. The matte finish seemed to be a little bit more difficult to work with, but I got it to go. Stacey, I didn't expose my sticky. I went right over the top of it without, oh no, Stacey. Really? No wonder why it went so far. I used so little and it went so far. There. Note to self, remember to take off the top piece. Note to self. And it's water soluble. It's just gonna clean right up. My little bottle doesn't move. If you don't use a gel plate for what a gel plate is meant to be used for, use it for this. It's so easy. Let's give it a few seconds to dry. A few seconds to dry. And while that's drying, I think I just want to see these two little ones. So scissors, anywhere? Yes, scissors. And I think I'm going to do them on little boulder. I think I'm going to do them with the foil. So I can move my gel plate. And what foil do I have? Oh, I haven't played with the crimson red yet. Let's try that. So we're going all the way back to the beginning. But I want to see these two, I want to see these borders. So, icky side down. I don't want to see the pretty foil. I'm not going to put my sticker on top of the pretty foil. I'm going to put my sticker on the icky side, the not so pretty side. Cut it out. Use my brayer. Use my fingers. You'll do better with a brayer because you'll get more even pressure. And you'll do even better if you use a die cutting machine. Even if it's a little sidekick. Most of these will go, I mean, they're not big. You can send it right through your sidekick and be done. Do you have double stick words? Well, now you can foil all your double stick words. Oh, they're so flippin' cute. I thought they would be. Oh my gosh, they're these little tiny flowers. And look at how easily they foiled. Oh, look at how cute are those. I don't know if I can get a... I don't know how to get a shine on them. They're beautiful though. They were done in foil. Do I do it this way? No? I gotta find an angle, but I can't. But they're darling. I don't know what you can see. Like I said, all I have is this little 2x2 viewfinder. And my little butterfly. Okay, so we did a lot. We started at the beginning. When it all starts with these, and these are done exclusively for Scrapbooking Made Simple. You can't get them anywhere else. This is the Borders and Corners that has borders and corner sheets. You get 10 sets. And some of them have borders and corners together. Some of them are just corners. Some of them are just borders. Then we have just straight border sets where you can do your straight lines, or there is an additional set that has cute little scallopies on it. 5 of each to do beautiful straight lines in foil, in the Pearl X, in the pearl, whatever you want to do. In glitter, if you have glitter, you can glitter all of these. And then we have the new set, which is the flowers and butterflies. And that's what I was using. I did these with the flowers and the butterflies. I did these with the flowers and the butterflies. I did those with the flowers and the butterflies. I wonder if it would be better if I got them on white. Do you think it would show better if I put them on white? Oh, they're so, I think it would. These were all done with the flowers and the butterflies. And some Pearl X in either the pearl, the macro pearl, or the micro pearl, and then some watercolor markers. They need to be transparent. The ink needs to be transparent so that Pearl X will still come through and you still get that beautiful pearlescent finish. We did all of this today. But again, it all starts with the double stick stickers. Now we have this just came in, so we have oodles of these. These were a little bit lower on because we've had them before, and the quantity for me to reorder them is really high. So I don't know that we'll be reordering them until we're completely out. And then this one just came in. the butterfly, the flowers and butterflies. So you start with those, and then you decide, do you want to do it with your foils? 13 different colors of foil from the Crafters Workshop. We have all of them available. It is in an I Want It All bundle. No two colors are the same. You've got the whole rainbow going on here. Silvers and golds and blues and greens and pinks and reds and turquoises and black. You've got it all here. Or do you want to play with your Pearl-Ex in the colored Pearl-Ex like we did this going around? We did with the beautiful gold here and the beautiful champagne there, and all of these done Pearl-Ex straight to it. This one done with foil. Or, and I've got 54 colors of that, and they're under $3. Or did you like playing with the pearl color and then coming in over the top with your markers? Has to be transparent markers. Another use for your Ecoline markers. These markers just they do it all. They do everything. They're wonderful. So the samples the girls made all are using the papers from Paper Favorites. Whether they used the Vintage Easter in the A6 size or the 6x6, or they used the Easter Friends in the A6 size, or the 6x6. Oh, I know I'm gonna get an email saying, Stacey, you've got some splaining to do. Or the Easter Cuties. I couldn't help myself. They used these, or they used, here's the butterflies, which are, the paper itself is magnificent. If nothing else, the paper is absolutely stunning. The butterflies in the A6 or the 6x6, the coffee cups. So where does it start going backwards? Teacups in the A6 or the 6x6. Or the grunge floral. In the A6 or the 6x6. All of them have an I Want It All bundle for them. So here's the beautiful teacups and the floral and the butterflies in the A6, and that's your price. Here's the cute Easter and the vintage Easter and the cutesy friends, and there's your price. And then the 6x6s. It's the same price regardless of what set, and you're gonna get all 3 pads. Or you love, love, love them open stock and you just want 1 or 2 because there's just 1 or 2 that you love. But we've got it for you. And then we do have the I Want It All or open stock on all the foils. All right, let me show you some samples that the girls did because they are darling. I mean, they're super cute. So all the little butterflies around it and the corners are from the JEJE Double Stick-Stickers. And this one is Dortina. They saw these and said, oh, look at the border all the way around was done in the red foil. The dragonfly was done in the red foil. So those are all the stickers. And this one was done by Patty. And then here we have, this is Patty again. Here she did the border in the Pearl-Ex and what looks like the bronze. Just the border around it. That's all she needed to add, was just a little bit of a border. And here we have Catherine. Catherine fussy cut her little bunny out. And this is the one that you and I did, that we did together. Here it is. She used that as the background. How cute is this? This is Catherine. And then we have Dortina again, where she used the corners. And she did those in a, I think she did those in a Pearl-Ex. I'm saying Pearl-Ex. And we've got Patty. Look at the corners. And those corners were definitely done with a pearl. Oh, that was, I bet these were done with the pearl, and then she colored over the top of them. Same here, because Patty did these in the pearl, and then she took the teal marker and colored over the top of them so she could match his little outfit. So this is Patty. And then beautiful from Dortina. Again, all of it was colored. This is beautiful, Dortina. What a lovely, lovely spring card. All done with Pearl-Ex and the Ecoline markers and the double stick stickers. Oh, Catherine, I know this is Catherine. I knew it was Catherine. Catherine took the little extras from the middles of the borders and she made stripes, and then she went in and she die cut them, and she used the Pearl-Ex in, I think, either the russet, the sparkly russet. So she just made stripes, and then she went in and she die cut it out. How cute are you with all the extras, the stuff most people would throw away. Oh, and look at this one. Okay, this is Dortina. Dortina took that border. This is a border, a double stick sticker border. And because it is so thin, she was able to sculpt it all the way around. And she colored it with the pearl and a marker. Oh, that's so good. And because it is thin, she was able to sculpt it all the way around. That's so good. And here, Tamara. Oh, Tamara, look at the corners she did. A little bit of green and bronze and copper mixed in there. So she aged them, gave them a patina. The dragonfly right in the center. Oh, so good. Oh, this is Patty. The dragonfly, the flowers, the butterflies. Oh, is that so cute? Telling you, the girls, they saw the paper and went to town. Ooh. And this is, shut the front door. Who did this, Catherine? Those little areas around each dot, Catherine took this and she just cut each little one, separated each little dot, and then put it around the butterfly. Oh, wow. And then you've got a border here. Wow, 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 Catherine. And then we've got the borders and the butterfly. And this is also Catherine. Amazing, same person. Totally different looks. Wait. Same person, completely different looks. They really do try to do things that will appeal to many of you. There's the butterfly. That was the double stick sticker. Done with Pearl-Ex. You've got a border down there. This is Tamara. Oh my gosh. This is Catherine, so she fussy cut out the owl, and you've got the leaf stickers going behind. Oh my gosh. Oh, and this is beautiful. So this is Patty, and she just put one corner and a couple little pieces around just to add a little something to it. And then Happy Easter, Dortina. She's got the corners going round. Oh, and that vintage Easter with the corners going round. Those are the double stick stickers. And then we have, I don't know, Tamara, beautiful. There's the beautiful foiled fern. Look at that, just across the bottom. And a few little of the scrollies to add just a little something to this. And a vintage Easter by Catherine. She did the border all the way around with the double stick stickers just to frame it in. A couple little butterflies here and there of the double stick stickers. And then another one, is this one from? This is from Tamara, so she has a matched set. She's got a matched set where she's got the butterfly, she's got a beautiful border, a little bit here. These are from Tamara. So, oodles to do with double stick stickers, and now we've added one more thing. I've shown you how to do it with the foils before, and I've shown you how to do it with the Pearl-Ex before, but now I've shown you how to do it with the Pearl-Ex and your markers to really, really amplify them and blend your colors and make it exactly what you want it to be, all by doing a scribble, scribble, scribble. I'm really good at scribble, scribble, scribble. I excel at it. So, it's me, Stacey. Hey, everybody. I hope you had a good time today. I hope you saw that those stickers for 10 bucks, beautiful. So many different ways to use them and only available here at Scrapbooking Made Simple. I had them done for us by JEJE. They're exclusive to us, and I'm grateful to them and thankful to them for their efforts. Paper favorites, I'll ask forgiveness. I don't think that paper has launched yet, but I have it, and it didn't come with a note that said no, so. And paper favorites, again, we're the only place that carries it here in the US. It's exclusive here, and we are thrilled to have it, and it is always beautiful. And then we've got Pearl-Ex for you. If you do not have the pearl colors, at least one of them, you need it. It is beautiful. And you saw that we didn't have to mix it with water. We didn't have to set it with anything because it's going right on top of an adhesive sticker. Easy peasy. And then the last week for Ecoline. This is it. Last week, this week. So when this YouTube is over, they go back up to regular price, and I don't know, we'll see when I use them again in the next YouTube. You just never know when I'm going to throw them in. But we used them all of January. They've been on sale all of January. So this is the last YouTube I'm using them in, as far as I know, for a while. But you never know. I change my mind all the time. Just ask Elena and Claire and the honorary SMS girls. They come in every Wednesday to make samples, never exactly knowing what they're going to be making samples of. I tell them the week prior what it should be, but then they get here and it's completely different. Got to keep everybody on their toes. So thanks for hanging with me. I will see you next time on Monday for our Make It Monday value, where we try to bring you a bundle that has a value of between $80 and $100, sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more, for $19.99, sometimes $24.99, sometimes $9.99. You just never know what we're gonna have. But Make It Monday is always your value price. It's where we give you this big value for an itty bitty teeny weeny price. And that's at 5 p.m. sunny California time, 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, everybody, have a super weekend. And thank you again for being part of Scrapbooking Made Simple. We so appreciate all of you. Bye, everybody.